Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to question and answer session. Before taking the questions, let me clarify something. Last week, I came out with a video with a stock recommendation, ITC. So in that, I just mentioned ITC gives more than 5% dividend yield. And also I mentioned that I've taken long position in futures. Many people ask me, sir, if I take long position in future, can I get dividend? The answer is no. Then why did I take position in future? Earlier I came out with a video buying in cash versus buying in futures. If you have not seen that video, you can see the video here. For HNI clients, it makes sense to buy in futures rather than buying in cash market. That is because we always do the hedging. If you are holding the shares in the cash market and you want to sell a call option, you have to pay full margin for call option. Whereas if you are holding future position and then you want to sell a call option, then you don't have to pay the full margin. You just need to pay only the exposure margin. The company is not going to declare dividend every month. They are going to declare only once in a year or mostly 2 times in a year. That too, they will be announcing even before the meeting. The company meeting will be held on so and so date. The agenda of the meeting is declaring the results and dividend. So in that particular month, we can buy it in cash market. The rest of the month, we can keep the position in futures market so that we can enjoy the dividend also. At the same time, we can enjoy the lower margin for selling call option also. In fact, most of the time, the future price will be discounting the dividend price. So there is nothing to lose actually. Second thing, many people ask me, sir, there are few people who are talking trading in options, you will go bankrupt, and trading in options, you will die, and those kind of things. And let me tell you, somebody pointed out that you check their video very carefully. They said, without proper knowledge, if you do, you will die. Without proper knowledge, you do, you will go bankrupt. So they were actually giving a positive message. But tell me, can you cross the road without proper knowledge? If I do not know what is the meaning of red signal, what is the meaning of green signal, what is the meaning of orange signal, without this knowledge, if I cross the road, I can also die. Without proper knowledge, if you do trading in option selling, you are going to go bankrupt and you are going to die. Does it mean that without proper knowledge, you can trade in futures, or without proper knowledge, you can buy options? Or for that matter, without proper knowledge, can you buy the equity shares? What happened to the shares like Reliance Power, Reliance Infra, Unitech, and all have gone bankrupt? So therefore, it is not the question of option selling or option buying or futures or cash market. Wherever you are doing, you need to have a knowledge. And let me tell you one more thing. Very frankly, 90% of the trades, 90% of the volume happening only in option market. So everybody is trying to get the attention from there. Whether those people who are seeking the attention, whether they have the knowledge or not. If they have the knowledge, they must share their trades sometimes. I do share the trade ideas. They should share their trade ideas. They should trade and they should show their profit and loss. So other than that, if they keep saying that this is going to be bankruptcy or death, they are just only attention seeking. And you should know why they are seeking the attention. Surely they have some other motive behind. What is that motive? I leave it to you. to judge. Let us come back to questions. Mr. Vijay Kumar, I have Reliance and ITC shares. If both company enter into new business, will I get that new company shares? The answer is no. To give an example, Reliance Industries, they have started a new company called Reliance Jio. So the shareholders of Reliance Industries will not get the shares of Reliance Jio. The shares of Reliance Jio will lie with the Reliance Industries. So who is the owner of Reliance Jio? It is the Reliance. So because you are holding Reliance Industries share, indirectly you are also the owner of Reliance Jio. So if Reliance Jio does very well and they make more profit and they give more dividend, all that dividend will go to Reliance Industries. It will not come to you. But indirectly, you own the Reliance Jio also. Other than that, individually, you will not get the shares of Reliance Jio. Next one, Mr. Somesh, how many hours a day you sit in front of a computer to watch prices or the market move on a typical working day? I sit in front of the computer from morning 9 a.m. to afternoon 3:30 p.m. The whole day I sit in front of computer. That is because I am a full-time trader. Next one, Mr. Adam. Sir, I saw your video on Joe Stocks. Looks you are a self-made man, built from scratch. Being a teacher, how were you able to build the initial trading capital? A quick grasp of that would be helpful. How difficult was the transition from teacher to trader? I have already answered this question few times. Let me answer once again. I was a teacher in India. Then I went to Singapore to work as a teacher. And Singapore is one of the few countries who pay very good salary to the teachers. And I worked in Singapore for more than 10 years. And that is how I have collected the capital for trading. What normally I used to tell, until the age of 40, you should be working for money. And after the age of 40, the money should be working for you. So if you are at the age of 22, 23, you want to get good capital in next 1 or 2 years, it's not going to be that easy. You may have to work for at least 10 to 20 years to gain some capital. Mr. Uday, please advise what to do if F&O stock went in trading ban and someone have hedge option position in loss. Example, today IndusInd Bank. If a stock comes under trading ban, you cannot do anything. You can only reduce your position. You cannot increase the position. And even if you are having hedged positions, it may be going into loss. So that is why it is better to avoid mid cap and small cap stocks. Usually, the Nifty 50 stocks will not come under trading ban. But again, that is not the golden rule. But generally, I always advise people to trade in Nifty and Bank Nifty, or if at all you want to trade in stocks, choose only the large cap stocks so that you will not get into all these kinds of troubles. Mr. Girish, please help us understand how and when a strike price will start trading. For example, if I have to write 3rd September strikes, when and how does it happen? Please help with an answer. I think the question is not very clear. I think he's asking how many weeks the strikes will be open. The stock options, they are available for 3 months. Current month, next month and following month. Say for example, this is August. So you will have August expiry, September expiry, October expiry. 3 months. Bank Nifty, in addition to these 3 months, there is also a weekly option. Those weekly options will be available for 10 weeks. And if it is Nifty, 3 months monthly contract plus 10 weeks of weekly contracts. In addition to this, there are certain long-term contracts are also available. Up to 1 year, it is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Then after that, every 6 months. And Nifty will be trading up to 5 years. Next one, Raju Siripuram. How do you look for opportunities for trade? This is a more a general question, and generally I trade only in Nifty and Bank Nifty, and sometimes I do like to trade in stocks also. So it's going to be very difficult to tell exactly how do I find the opportunity. Just for your information, and small people look for opportunity, big people create opportunity. Please don't come to a conclusion that I'm an operator. Next one, Swapnil, sir, in Japan market, they have hit all-time high in 1985 or sometime around there. And today also they have not recovered. So my question is, how their people make money and career in investing, and is it possible in India after several decades? Japanese index called Nikkei in 1989, it has touched 40,000, and after that 1989 the markets crashed. For the next 10 years it has not recovered at all. So they thought that we have lost 10 years due to the financial crisis. That is how they have coined a new word called last decade. So in financial market, it's a very famous word, last decade. That means one decade has been lost. But this was done after 10 years. But now it's more than 30 years, and even now that market has not recovered. In 1989, it was 40,000. Now I think it should be trading around 20,000 plus. Even after 30 years, and the index is almost off. But the question is that, will that happen to India? You must understand the basic difference between Japan and India. Japan is a developed economy where the interest rate is zero or sometimes even minus also. So this kind of thing can happen to those kind of economies. Ours is an emerging economy, and like this kind of multi-decade underperformance, the possibility is very, very low. Although I cannot say with 100% surety, but the probability is very, very low. Hello sir, for short-term investment, 6 months period, which is better, debt fund or FD? It's going to be very difficult to say which is better. It all depends upon your requirement. For 6 months, you are not going to touch it. Then you can put it in FD. But your indicative time period is 6 months, but along the way some emergency may happen. If you want to withdraw partially, then you have to break the FD. So in that case, the debt fund will be better. But debt fund and FD, they give more or less similar return only. The debt fund may be giving slightly higher return. That's because it carries slightly higher risk. So it all depends upon your requirement. Next question, Mr. Kishore, sir, does ITC planning to shut tobacco business in future? I'm asking this because they are focusing more on FMCG and government also doing lot of no smoking. I don't think that this can happen, and no matter how much awareness program the government creates, the smokers will always be there, drinkers will always be there, and the business will go on like that. So I don't think there is any possibility of tobacco business being closed down by ITC. How do you decide where to put stop loss if a trade not go in your favor? How do you decide where to put the stop loss? Very simple. Stop loss has to be put in the trading system only. Well, that is a joke. There is no predetermined formula for putting the stop loss. Stop loss is what you can afford to lose per trade. And I do hundreds of trades, and I don't put stop loss for individual trades. Normally, I keep a portfolio stop loss. Just to give you some specific example, let us say I have 1 crore and I sell 100 different options. Let us say one option margin money is 1 lakh. If I got 1 crore, I can sell 100 options. Out of that 100 options, one option may give even 5% loss. Another option may give 8% profit. So I don't see I lost 5%. If I put 1 crore, my stop loss is, let us say, 2 lakh rupees. That is 2% of the total capital. Then when there is a loss of 2 lakh rupees, I exit all the positions. So I do maintain a portfolio stop loss, not the individual stop loss.